So have you ever just been tempted to do the wrong thing? I'm sure maybe even today, a couple times, you've been tempted to do the wrong thing. Maybe you've given into that temptation. I think we all have before. I remember a while back I was at Lowe's and I decided to buy this big piece of plywood, but I didn't have my pickup truck with me. So I get out to the parking lot and I've got this Chevy Blazer and I think, man, how am I going to get this home? And then I realized that at the door of Lowe's they had baling twine. And so I thought, I'm just going to tie this on my roof with baling twine. It'll be fine, right? Not a big deal. And so I pull up on the Glen Highway. I go 50 miles an hour. Nothing's wrong. 60 miles an hour. Doing just fine. 65 miles an hour, and bam, that piece of plywood lets go on the roof. It flies in the air like a kite, and I look in my rearview mirror just in time to see it standing up vertical in the highway with a school bus right behind it. And the school bus plows through the piece of plywood. There's splinters everywhere. He careens into the ditch, and I kid you not, I thought for a moment, I'm just gonna keep driving. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna act like nothing just happened. Good news, I turned around and I went back, and luckily it wasn't a bus full of children. It was actually a mechanic that was test driving the bus after he changed the oil. And so he was fine, a little shooken up, and my insurance may have taken a hit, but my integrity didn't. And so that's a win. I get to share a win. I've got a lot of failure stories, but what does temptation look like for you, and how do you get through it when you're feeling tempted? Well, 1 Corinthians 10 verse 13 says this: no temptation has overtaken you that is not common to man. So good news, whatever you feel in terms of temptation, when you're like, man, this is way too strong to overcome, you're not the first person to be tempted in that way. It says God is faithful, and this is so key, and He will not let you be tempted beyond your ability. But with the temptation, He will also provide the way of escape, that you may be able to endure it. And so here's what you can stand on today. With every temptation that comes to you, God provides an exit plan. In every situation, in all moments. And I wonder, maybe you're like, that's not real, that's not true, but what if you were to test this today? I want to encourage you to do that. When you're tempted today, I want you to stop. Just stop in your tracks. And if maybe you need to get away from some people for a moment, but I want you to stop and I want you to pray. And I want you to simply say, God, give me an exit. God, give me an exit. And just see what God might do. I just want to tell you, in the course of my life, when I have had the strength and the faith to pray that prayer, there has always been a way out. So wherever you're tempted today, whatever it is that you're tempted to do that's going to be a threat to your integrity, or that's not going to look like love to the people around you, or whatever it may be, if it's selfish, if it's uncaring, maybe it's just something that's hurting you or hurting other people, I want you to know there is a way out. Turn to Jesus, ask Him for an exit, and He will show it to you.